many of you utilize social media? Should I ask how many of you don't utilize social media? Okay, I'm not going to give you a long history about myself, but congratulations, because you all won from me a pamphlet that I'm going to hand out to you that probably gives you more information about me and what I want to do with the district's attorney's office than you want to know. I've been an attorney for in excess of 40 years, and one thing I find fascinating about New Mexico is New Mexico makes the district attorney's office a partisan office. We have to run as either a Republican or a Democrat. We can't run based upon our qualifications, although I certainly encourage all of you to check into our qualifications. If you go to Wheeler, WHEDLER, 4DA.com, you are going to see all kinds of information. Mr. Renteria and I debated each other previously in August of 2020, and we both made promises to the community that what we were going to do if we were elected. And I encourage you to do two things: to look at those promises that we made, see if they're kept. That's one of the things I'm asking you to do. The second thing I'm asking you to do is take at face value what I'm telling you, but go verify what I'm telling you to make sure I'm not giving you a line of BS. Is that fair? You know, the job of district attorney isn't a Democrat or a Republican or an independent job. It's a community safety job. You know, who has the ability to provide the things you want in the safety in the community? What's one of your big issues right now? Does anybody have any? Well, if you're all put your hands. Drugs.
The right.
I'm sorry?
The businesses that are broken in.
Okay. And it's interesting that you mentioned that, because in New Mexico, and let me tell you a little bit about the DA's office. The DA's office is in a kind of a unique position, because it's actually one person, the district attorney, that's going to set the tenor of what happens with regard to these things in your community. You know, the state representative, how many are there? How many state representatives?
70.
What about state senators?
42.
Okay, so 70. So in order to get a change to the state representative, you have to convince one more than half of the state representatives, right? In order to change something within Grant, Luna, or Hidalgo County with regard to community safety, how many minds do you have to change? One. The district attorney. The district attorney, by his or herself, determines everything that's going to happen in your community. If you're not happy with people getting out and burglarizing places and getting out and burglarizing places and getting out and burglarizing places, you know whose responsibility that is? The district attorney. Nobody else's. Somebody could walk in here right now and shoot me dead. You could all be a witness. And you know what? Under the current law, you know what's going to happen with the person that shot me dead? He has to be let out of jail, unless the district attorney files a specialized petition asking to have that person kept in jail pending trial. So if somebody's being arrested and getting out, being arrested, getting out, being arrested, getting out, you know whose responsibility that is? The district attorney's. Mine. I have practiced in 4 different districts in New Mexico. I've learned the good things and the bad things in those districts. I've literally handled thousands of criminal cases. And when I say that, when I'm talking cases, I'm talking felony cases, not misdemeanors. I think, though, we need more interaction at the misdemeanor level to hopefully avoid people committing felonies. Does that make sense? Or more interaction at the juvenile level. I'm getting the hook. But we're all going to be around a little bit later. The other thing that's important is the district attorney is actually, by statute, the chief law enforcement officer of a district. Does that make sense to you? It's not the sheriff. It's not the chief of police. It's the district attorney. So and I come from a philosophy that the good things and bad things that happen in an office, in a business, come from the person running the business. Does that make sense? You know, so if things aren't happening the way you want them with law enforcement, with counseling, with those sorts of things, go to the chief. That's the district attorney. You know, hold the district attorney accountable, look into my record, look at my qualifications. As I said, I've handled thousands of cases from simple drug possession up to racketeering, multiple first-degree murder cases. I come from a family of teachers. I love sharing my information with people, including the members of the staff, the other attorneys in the offices. And I would continue to do it as your district attorney, and I would appreciate your vote. Thank you.